It's time for some Factorio, and in light of recent events where I have been persecuted I think is the right word, by alien menace, it's time to go and take some more of them out. So as you can see already, they're not that far off, and it's only a matter of time before I get chewed up by these guys, because they're pretty relentless. So my objective is going to be, as before, a standard forward operating base off which I can then slowly advance and take out their spawners. Might seem a little inhumane, but frankly they started it. So the standard process is going to be exactly the same as before. Laser turrets are coming with us because those chaps are always up for it, and we'll slowly march forward and get to the spawner before too long. And I'm actually doing it in a slightly more risky version than I did before, where previously I encased myself entirely in concrete and then slowly marched forward. Now, we only need to build walls on two sides, really, because not the sharpest aliens in the universe, these, and they will come at me via Route 1, which is straight ahead. I mean, this suits the heck out of me, but frankly, it doesn't do so well for their life expectancy. Now, the reason we're doing this, if we zoom out a little, we can see there's only one spawner here. The reason we're doing this is just to the south is a pretty enormous copper field, and the copper we've been working on so far is, well, it's coming to the end of its lifespan. So it's high time we exploited a new copper field, and much like we did with our new iron mining facility, we're going to do this through the medium of rail transport. So it's all over by the singing here, and that's all she wrote. Actually, pretty painless. Aliens can be quite terrifying when you're not expecting them, but when you go marching straight at them with a little bit of preparation, there's really nothing to be worried about. Now, what I am slightly concerned about is when I do set up the new copper facility, there is a pretty sizable alien infestation way down to the south, and there's also another one over to the east. I might go and clear that one now. It's a little bit further afield, but I don't think it will do me any harm to go and sort that out. But that one in the south means that I am going to be fairly regularly attacked in volume. I think I can probably handle it, but it means that before I can get to work building rail and all of that industrial goodness, I am going to want to clear, either clear that out, which I don't particularly fancy, or build some defences for the short term. I mean, the problem with clearing it out is that it's using time that you could be otherwise employing in a constructive nature. So, next step is, I think we will go and clear the one in the east, and we're going to run some power out there to deal with that. But so far, good job. Yes, I think that's definitely the right call. So yeah, we'll run out to the east, and then we'll get started on a defensive perimeter for where our new copper mine will eventually be. So we're going to make sure that we've got a suitable amount of power coming with us, and frankly, it's going to be easier to go straight down. Running through the forest, nothing more refreshing and more embracing of nature than a run through the forest where you just endlessly run into trees. Right, give me a power hook up here. There we go. Let's see what I'm doing. Okay, grand. Yeah, I mean, the other benefit, of course, to what the heck's being attacked over there, I wonder? The other benefit to taking out the alien menace is that... oh, hello. Hang on. Turret me, please. You can stay there in case I need to leg it again. Yes, yes. The other benefit to dispatching our alien chums. Oh, hello. They're keen. How close are we? Yeah, we got some infestation in the woods. This is going to make my wall approach slightly tricky. I think we're going to flank them. As I keep repeatedly trying to say, the other benefit to actually taking out the spawners is that you get alien artifacts, and for the unenlightened amongst you, they are the core component of purple research flasks, which is our eventual aim. And the good news is, it isn't the purple research is not constructed on a one-to-one basis. So so one alien artifact can actually generate a couple of flasks, rather than just one. Which means you don't need a massive number of them. Hooray for that. Now, the question is, can I be even more brazen than usual and come away with my backside intact? I'm not even opening fire. That's how cocky I am. Oh yeah. Oh, this is working like a charm. Oh, and there goes your spawner, sunshine. It ends badly for you. Yep, still not a believer in wading in with a shotgun and dealing with them. I would far sooner go in with power and turrets and dispatch them in a far more humane fashion. I'm going to say it's humane. You can decide for yourself. Okay, terrific. So that's panned out quite nicely. We've cleared a good perimeter there, and I think the flash of attack that I saw while that was going on was actually coming from this big southerly base of the aliens. So I'm definitely going to need some halfway decent defense there. Otherwise, I'm just going to get chewed up and spat out. Good. Right. Okay. Let's recycle all this stuff and then go get working on the wall. Yet another wall, which is all good. Well done, lads. You've performed admirably, but I don't need you here. I'm totally ignoring my own advice from a previous video, in that I'm not repairing stuff before I pick it up, because frankly that's a bit boring. Alright, cool. So we can now head over towards where our new base is going to be set up and start to get some... yeah, I'm doing alright for walls. Oh, hello. Where'd you come from? I'll tell you where you're going. Oh, that could be ugly if he's got friends. Has he got friends? So lame. Zooming out is of course a fantastically good tool for seeing what's about to murder you, but it is just a little bit lame to cheat in that fashion. Let's not expand to that iron field just yet. We'll do that in a bit. And I think we'll build this like a pocket, effectively. In fact, I ought to run some power out here so that I can defend it. Otherwise, these bits of wall are just going to get chewed up. So let's do that. It's a long way, isn't it? Splendid. And then, of course, the eventual plan here is to build a rail station down at the copper and another rail station back at base, in order to harvest and make lovely ingots out of all this joyous copper. Let's put that one there. And golden. No, golden. Thank you. Let's extend out this way a smidge. Let's get a little closer to it. Hopefully any ne'er-do-wells are going to leave me alone long enough to get this set up. That'll do for now. And then turret madness, I think. As you can tell, these are being placed with exceptional care and attention to detail. That'll do it. And then let's power these chaps up. I mean, this probably won't be a... well, it might be, but the wall isn't going to hold up long unless regular repairs are conducted. And that's also a project for the very near future, which is the introduction of robo-chums. Get some logistic robots, some construction robots in the go. And terrific. Good. That's all quite happy. Now, if I extend this wall up to meet my existing facility, we can we can move our frontier. I'm a bit nervous about doing that all in one go. But look at all this lovely space I'm going to be moving into. And hang a right. Get out of my way, tree. Huh, we're out of wall. Okay, fair enough. Honestly, I've got double wall here, so let's take some of that. Now, I don't know how practical it's going to be to do the same when I inevitably need to relocate base again or locate yet more resources. I think gradually encompassing the entire map with with wall is not really that practical. But for the time being, I'm quite happy to keep all of this entirely encased, or just short. There we go. Marvellous. In fact, we can probably relieve those as well. I think we'll leave that little front line area there as it is for the moment, because I'm not convinced that they're all going to come directly at that new section of wall that I just built. But the good news is this is all up and running. Let's get some light up in the area here so we can see what we're doing. Steady on. And then think about laying out some rail. Think about getting some more wall while you're at it, and making sure that we can't just be flanked by someone who can work out that actually if I go around the corner I can nail these guys. Okay. Splendid. Right, so where do I want my loading facility? Interesting. And I think it's going to be over this side here. So let's build our rail. We want some space next to the wall. Let's go up there. I don't think for a moment that I've actually got enough rail on me. But we'll see soon enough. Right, and then I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to put the station yet. So let's figure that out too. How much rail have I got? I'm on 54. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Let's get a few more bits on the go just while I'm scouting. Okay, so here's our main conveyor in, and I think the most straightforward thing to do is going to be to unload onto that. I'm not going to bother with any kind of a loop this time. I'll given that, I mean, yes, there's plenty of demand for copper, but it's not as excessive as the iron demand, at least not in my experience. But then, as I frequently mention, I don't reach that far into the game very often. You know, we're starting to reach the upper limits of where I actually get to. Right, let's just put one in there as a, in fact, let's put a couple like that to show where my inserter crew is going to need to be. And of course I'm going to need some fuel down here for the engines, but at least that shows me where I need to put. Let's go one more, two more. Let's go two more. Okie doke, and then let's run along the middle of here, I guess. I possibly could have put that in such a place that means I haven't got to play lumberjack for the next 10 minutes. Could have, should have, but didn't. No matter. Beautiful. Frankly, it's going to help the quality of life for my engine drivers, seeing this beautiful wooded glade as they make their endless shuttle runs back and forth to Ore Central. Not quite sure how this got damaged. I'm going to go on a limb here and say that it was probably aliens. Let's patch that back up. Right, terrific. Splendid. Yeah, I know, we hit a tree. Get rid of the tree. Everything's up. Smashing. And then we'll form some kind of exotic corner type behavior here. The endless expanding frontier endlessly expands further. Not entirely sure what that even means. Yeah, good. Yeah, you've got your corners. Oh, how about that? It's like I planned it. Just felt right. Let's put that in. Yeah. Of course, I haven't actually got any engines built. I bet I haven't got the resources to do so yet. Okay, what do we need? Locomotive. Engine units, right? That's most definitely a job for a factory. Right, good. Okay, I'm happy with that. That's not bad at all. So we'll load down at the bottom here, and then we'll unload at the other end. And in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that going as soon as possible, or in fact, now. That way, it can build up a little bit of a cushion from the get-go. Okay, so let's. No, is that wise? It is sort of a bad idea. No, let's. Right, well, let's get 3 of these built, and that way we can see at least where they're going to park. Assuming you can push them. Can you push them? I don't think you can push them manually. We'll find out. Do I, humble space engineer, have the strength of enough people to actually push these things along? Sheer effort. No, you don't. Okay, well, that was worth checking. Right, and then we want an engine at the front and an engine at the back. So we'll pretend that's the engine at the front. So that's now the 3rd car. Right, so what we're going to want is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make your mind up. 1, 2, 3. Give me another. 4. Lovely. Okay, so that's 12 of these. To do some loading. Then we'll pretend you're the engine again. And stick a stop pretty much where you stopped. That'll probably work. If it doesn't, we'll do a little bit of jiggery pokery to make it work. Mental note, get some more walls. Okay, good, right, and then we want insert a fest. Nicely. I wonder if no, my drop-off area is nowhere near long enough. Okay, I'll have to fix that. Cool, right, and then conveyors for these chaps to grab off. And honestly, by the time I'm getting up to the end of this station, it's almost worth abandoning this plan and going straight for conveyors all the way. But getting some trains on the go, it uses up a bit more solid fuel, which means we use some of those resources, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. And then we'll actually, those should probably be faster splitters, never mind. We'll run a fast belt along here. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Not really thinking at all. So we're going to want 3 distinct outs to go to these 3 distinct ins. Okay, right. Yes. Is that what you actually want? Ah, no. Let's do some additional splittage. So if we go, here's my primary belt here. And then split 1 to take it over there. Split 2 to take it over there. Now that does mean that that 3rd rank is going to receive theoretically less resources, but when I've got this this mining area up to full speed, that's hardly going to be a factor anyway. It should be absolutely jammed solid with ore waiting to be picked up. Right, okay, once I've got this done, come on, one more. Good, sense of satisfaction, job well done. Right, good, that'll do it for now. So what I'm going to do while you're off having a cup of tea is I'll get engines starting to be manufactured so I can complete this train. I'll also then lay out the necessary mining infrastructure to get this underway. And then hopefully when you turn up next time, we should be able to have our grand kick-off of our second train line. So why don't you tune in next time and see how that pans out. And have a nice day.